What's up everyone, Sage here, back with some more Roll Company, and the recent patch has recently went live, so I'm just going to be here to go over some of these notes, so let's get straight to it. So in update 1.27, they have added an undo purchase. Undo purchase, what it does is, if you bought something by mistake, or you bought something that you want to change your mind on, you can now get rid of it, and basically just reset on that, and you could spend your money on something else. So that's a good thing to add. We actually really needed that. I didn't want it to end up like Paladins where, you click something by mistake and you sit there with it, which Paladins is still like that. You can't get rid of whatever you bought right before the match starts. You literally just sit with it, which I hope they do someday add that into Paladins, because we do need that undo purchase. Sometimes people do make a mistake and, click the wrong thing. I do that sometimes, so I really hope that they add that into the game. And then they added the shooting range, which is shooting range. You already know what the shooting range is. You go in there, you practice your aim, you shoot around. This will be good for people that actually want to get used to the sniper character, which they have shown her being used in the shooting range. So yeah, for all you guys trying to get used to her, go check out the shooting range. It will help you out a lot. Also, the strikeout, this is general stuff. Bleed out rate is increased from 9 to 12 seconds. We actually really needed that, because you bleed out way too fast in the game. Once you get down, and the bleed out goes into your actual HP. It's nothing like a new meter. No, it's your same HP that you got down with. So if you get down and then they shoot you, if they're shooting you there, that's a part of your bleed out time, because it goes into your HP. It doesn't just straight up, oh, you just bleed out. It's one of those games that as you're bleeding out and you get shot, that's still into your bleed out time. So yeah, they really needed to increase that, because once you get down, there are some times where you do get shot again. And on top of that, the bleed out time wasn't even that long to begin with. So you would bleed out actually way too fast for people to even have a chance to think about picking you up. So yeah, very good change, as well as slightly reduce the radius at which enemies influence spawns. Slightly increase the radius at which friendlies influence spawns. So that's a thing. And then they also added the penalty for levers. So the lever penalty, or the deserter penalty, yes, that is in the game now. And they do have it to the point to where it is set up for different situations. They're not just gonna kick you out because, say, they think everybody just leaves. No, they have one for levers, they have one for AFK, disconnected. Yes, they have it all around. And if you meet these, if you meet within these categories, yes, you will be counted as a deserter. So let me go over them. Left match early, a player who leaves a full party not through disconnection. That's just leaving. Yes, that will be counted. AFK, a player who has met our inactivity criteria, hasn't taken a valid action for approximately 2 minutes. So yes, the AFK, that will be counted. So if you haven't done anything for 2 minutes, yes, you will be counted as a deserter. Disconnected, a player who has disconnected for at least 5 minutes before the match ends. Yes, if you leave for 5 minutes before the match has ended, you will be counted as a leaver as well. So those are the ones in there. And then the offensive are, the first offense is 5 minutes, so you will be gone for 5 minutes. Second, 15, third, 30 minutes, and then the fourth is a whole 3 hours. So yeah, you might want to be careful when leaving matches. Remember, these are the offensive, so if you do get these, this is how long you have to wait to queue up a next match, or queue up in a game after you left. We also have the new map, Vice. It's a really cool looking map, honestly. It's a really cool looking map, as well as they did have another game mode that was only this weekend, and it was Extraction. It was a pretty fun game mode. I actually really liked it. I hope they bring it back, because it was a limited time game mode, and it was really fun. It was one of my favorites that they brought into the game, so I do look forward to playing that again. Then they added some other little changes to the maps, which, Icarus, they adjusted spawn locations, High Castle, reprop the top of the stairs, remove stairs on Wizard Tower, and replace with a mantle up spot. And yeah, just a couple of little stuff. Now the rogues, these are going to be the character patches. So these are the new changes for the characters. So Anvil fixed an issue where Anvil's barricade would recharge in demolition. Dallas target finder ability now has a different icon, which now has cloaked instead of evade. Scorch reduce ability duration from 15 seconds to 10 seconds. And Vi increased the maximum health gain per take from leeching poison from 1 to 2. And now some gadgets. Flashbang radius increased from 7 meters to 8 meters. Incendiary grenade slightly increased the radius the grenade will spread. Semtex grenade level 1 upgrade, increased throw speed and increased stuck damage to 250. smoke grenade, increase the speed at which smoke appears, and then some weapons. The level 3 upgrade on Anvil's LMG, which tightens your spread, now has slightly reduced effectiveness. And then the Striker 8x10's damage fall off range has been slightly increased. And then just little audio, Dimma, Talent, and Ronin now have additional voice lines, so they just added some voice lines to their stuff. And then yeah, it's just a lot of good stuff that they just added, updated into here, just added a lot of cool things. But it's just small little updates, small little changes that they did to the characters. Right now I feel they're not trying to touch them too much because they're trying to see how they want everything to be, because the game is still in like an alpha like state. So right now, just small changes. You don't expect too much big changes. There's not going to be any real big time hard changes unless there's just some kind of problem or some kind of big bug coming up into the characters. So this is to be expected. Just small little changes as we go on. But here's the last stuff that we got to go over, which is bug fixes. They just made a couple bug fixes. So let's start with C4. That a player attempts to detonate mid-air will now detonate once it has landed. Drop weapons should now display pickup text. The no valid game mode should no longer be displayed when logging in. Roll Company 1.27 fixed a rooftop exploit in Favelas. Players should no longer receive a party size limit error for game modes. Player names should no longer appear as numbers, and fixed an issue with the versus screen which could result in a bad match. Players should no longer sometimes appear in a down state but still be able to move/shoot. Phantom can no longer get in state where she can throw multiple nano grenades. Players should no longer receive multiple friend requests when queues are changed. And in Roll Company 1.27 fixed an area of canals where players could use Anvil's barricades to reach unintended areas. Sprays used near a player should no longer stick to them. And then switch players should no longer crash after exiting the Chimera. And that's really it for the patch notes. Looking forward to more of their updates, more of their patches. I want to see what they do with some of these characters, because I do want Vi to get more buffs towards her poison, because it just seems like something that's cool to be, I just like her ability. The whole poison thing where you set people up and then you see the ticks on your screen. It feels good when you're actually really getting them with the ticks, as well as when you throw it. When you throw it and then they get into it exactly when you throw it out, it just feels so rewarding. But that's really it for this video. If you want to catch more videos like this and more, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on those notifications so you won't miss a video. It's been Sage, and I'll catch you on the next one.